available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hey, PJ, it's Sean. Listen, I've got an emergency guitar lesson I got to do this morning, so I won't be in today, okay? I know it's unusual. It's kind of weird, but I got a call yesterday from this guy. Oh, God, I find his name real quick. Here it is. Okay. His name's Richard. Richard Sambora. Yeah, I think so. Anyway, listen, he got my number late last night or whatever, needed me to come over right away this morning to do a guitar lesson, said he needed help. Supposedly he's like, from this popular band or whatever for, a few years back. So whatever. I think he got my number from Slack. Do me a favor, keys under the mat. Go ahead, let yourself in. Studio's already fired up and everything. So I did an interview with the Young Americans. So let's go ahead and play that great interview. They spent the week with me. Oh my God, it was awesome. So for the theme song, I don't know. It's 4th of July weekend. So let's go ahead. I guess let's do Fireworks from Schoolhouse Rock. I think people kind of really dig that. Okay. Anyway, so get that going and everything, and I'll see you next week. Okay. Talk to you later. Bye.
Ooh, there's gonna be fireworks on the 4th of July. Red, white, and blue fireworks like diamonds in the sky. We're gonna shoot the entire works on fireworks that really show, oh yeah, we declared our liberty 200 years ago. In 1776, there were fireworks too. The original colonists, their tempers blew. Like Thomas Paine once wrote, it's only common sense that if a government won't give you your basic rights, you better get another government. And though some people tried to fight it, well, a committee was formed to write it. Benjamin Franklin, Philip Livingston, John Adams, Roger Sherman, Thomas Jefferson, they got it done. The Declaration, the Declaration of Independence in 1776. The Continental Congress said that we were free. Said we had the right of life and liberty and the pursuit of happiness. Ooh, when England heard the news, they blew their stack. But the colonists lit the fuse, there'd be no turning back. They'd had enough of injustice now, but even if it really hurts, oh yeah, if you don't give us our freedom now, you're gonna see some fireworks. And on the 4th of July they signed it, and 56 names underlined it. And now to honor those first 13 states, we turn the sky into a birthday cake. They got it done. The Declaration, the Declaration of Independence in 1776. Continental Congress said that we were free. Said we had the right of life and liberty and the pursuit of happiness.
We hold these truths to be self-evident,
that all men are created equal,
that they are endowed by their Creator
with certain unalienable rights,
that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
And if there's one thing that makes me happy, then you know that it's there's gonna be fireworks.
All right, well, today with me I have two young, lovely ladies, Andrea Saracen and Jessica Ward. They are part of the Young Americans, which is a nonprofit organization and performing group based right here in Southern California. It was first founded in 1962 by Milton Anderson. The group is credited with being the first show choir in America, mixing choreography along with choral singing. The Young Americans were first appeared on a Bing Crosby television special. Did you guys know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, they're smart. Holy cow. Okay.
Yeah, they talk about that all the time.
All the time. You gotta remember our roots. So special here in the 1960s. For the next several years, the group would appear on numerous variety shows, singing and dancing with entertainers such as Julie Andrews, Julie Garland, they like the Judys, and Bob Hope. While experiencing national television exposure early on, the Young Americans now teach music to students in the United States and other parts of the world as Activists. I can't say that. Activates?
Activists.
Activists. That sounds better. I like that. Of musical education and their international music outreach tours. The group has approximately 200 young people between the ages of 16 to 25 from nearly every U.S. state and several other countries. So welcome, ladies. How are you?
Oh, so good.
Doing great.
Doing good? That chicken doing well?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So we got to tell you first, the reason why I have him here on the show is that my son, Roman, who we've talked about from time to time on the show, has been taking a part of these different camps that the Young Americans put on throughout the country. We've been what we've called homestay parents, right?
Yes.
And where we have a couple of these young Americans who stay with us for whether it be a weekend or a week, sometimes it's 2 weeks, depending on if we guys get back-to-back camps and everything. So that's how we've gotten to know them and everything. And Andrea and Jessica are both now new members of our family here. And we just finished dinner. So this is definitely going to be a pre-recorded interview. But so we're kind of stuffed right now with a Pollo Loco chicken.
Which is a good thing.
It's
yes.
a great
thing.
And we had a nice day today too. Whatever, we got to go see Roman perform and everything, and then took you guys on a little boat ride.
A little Duffy.
The Duffy.
That thing was moving so damn slow.
Yeah.
I swear, if one of us was out on the back of the boat kicking, it would have gone faster.
Probably.
Absolutely.
I think so. So anyway, so introduce both of yourselves and everything, and we'll kind of go from there.
Nice.
Okay.
You want to go first?
All right. What do you just want, like my?
Yeah, just like tell us who you are and everything, and.
Okay. Well, I'm Andrea. I grew up in New Hampshire, and then I came out here in the beginning of 2013, and joined the Young Americans. This is my 10th tour with the group.
Wow.
So that's a long time.
You think?
Oh yeah.
Decade.
Basically, you could say that, yeah.
And she's in her 30s now, so yeah.
Upward 40s maybe, I don't know. I'm the company manager of this tour, so I handle all the logistics and stuff once it's booked.
Okay, cool. We'll get into that a little bit more. And Jessica, yourself?
I'm Jessica. I'm born and raised in Southern California.
Yeah, baby.
23 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Did a lot of theater growing up. Then I became a Young American. And I'm a part of the cast, so I'm just a teacher performer. Cool.
Now, for both of you guys, how would you describe, for someone who's never, granted, I read the description of what the Young Americans is, but how would each of you describe what the Young Americans are to somebody who's never heard about you or know what you guys do?
Great question. I don't know. We're just like an all-inclusive group. I think there's something in it for everybody ever. We love singing, we love dancing, but more importantly, we just love having fun and like hanging out with kids and making them feel good about themselves. It's like a self-confidence thing. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I don't know.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Good ad.
Lots to say.
Cool. Now, so real quickly, Andrea, you said you're like a manager. So what is each of your roles? I know you're a teacher, Jessica. So what does the manager do?
So the tour gets booked by our producer in the office, and then after that, it gets handed to the company manager, and then I handle all the logistics. So where everyone's staying, where we're going, when we're going there, how we're getting there, homestay families, somebody's sick on the cast. I take care of everyone on the cast. We like joke that I'm like the mom. The mom. Even though I'm 23 years old and have not much more.
How much
knowledge.
Responsibility, how much pressure is that for you?
I don't know. I don't think it's pressure. It's kind of just like a cool opportunity to get to extend my like wisdom with the group on other people that don't know as much yet, or like to kind of like teach them just like workshop etiquette, or like I don't know. It's cool. It's not really pressure. It's just kind of fun to
just kind of going with the flow kind of thing. Like, yeah, I could do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Now, how long have you been with the Young Americans, Andrea?
I'm going on like 5 years.
5 years? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And Jessica, what's your main role? You said you're like a teacher?
Yeah, teacher performer. So we rehearse in our studios before we come out on tour.
Okay.
And we kind of learn our entire show that we're going to teach to the kids. And on our, we have 36 people on our cast? Yeah. So on our cast of 36, they divide all the roles up amongst the cast to teach. So I primarily teach choral music on our cast, vocals and stuff like that. And then there's people who are more dance inclined that will teach dance stuff.
Jessica's also head of props.
Oh yes, and I also take care of all of the props on our
that's an
tour
important
as
role.
well.
That's like another managerial type of thing to do.
Oh yeah.
Because you lose a prop, it's like, hey,
terrible.
Yeah,
It's
and
terrible.
there are a lot of props in the shows.
Yeah, there are. There's
Like
a
300
ton.
Now,
drumsticks.
now, does that also like include? Because I've seen you guys perform over at the La Miranda Theater Performing Arts too. Because every year you guys do a show there. Does that also include for the shows of that nature and like all the backdrops too and everything? Or?
So our props for our Young American shows are a little bit different than normal stage productions that you would find in professional theater. We pretty much say anything that's not a costume, like a tie or a bow or a booty or anything like that. Like that.
Booty's good. Booty's very good.
Yes, those are props technically. Okay. So yeah, I was in charge of our Christmas show props during our last season.
And that's a lot
as
too.
Well. Yeah, we had like over 6,000 costumes and props together.
Holy crap.
So it was very intense.
Well, yeah, I would think so because you got to tag everything, know everything is there, and account
Absolutely.
for it all. Holy cow!
The inventories are insane.
Wow.
I'm still doing mine.
Now, both of you guys come from obviously from opposite ends of the country: Southern California, East Coast, New Hampshire, and everything. First off, what made both of you guys want to be a part of this program?
Okay, well, my family, I had family who worked with the Young Americans back when they only recorded music and when they were working on television and stuff like that. So
is she dropping the names here? She's dropping name dropping.
I think she's name dropping.
Just my family. And so they helped produce some of their sound and some of their recordings way back when. I took a workshop when I was a kid after we started doing music outreach and stuff like that. I've kind of just been around it my whole life.
So that's how you discovered it and then obviously just want to become a part of it?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. Guys like, well, I got nothing else to do going on.
Absolutely.
Might as well join. Cool.
Yes.
And Andre, what about you? How did you discover it and what made you want to be a part of it?
I first met the Young Americans in 8th grade at a dance convention called Dance Excellence, which is actually in Southern California. It was like my first time on an airplane. It was like the coolest thing ever.
Oh, wow.
I was really excited. But they were like the hosts. As Young Americans, we host it. And the woman who runs it, Annie McQuitty, used to be a Young American. So she like loves having us there. And I fell in love with their energy and just their passion as people. And when I was in 8th grade, I was like, wow, like I want to do that. Like that's the kind of person I want to be. And then I did 2 more workshops when I was a kid. And I don't know, they pulled a lot out of me. Like I wouldn't have sang in front of people before that. Like I danced my whole life, but like getting me to sing anything, I was like, oh hell no. Am I holding a microphone? Forget it. And like now I do all the time, and it's cool to like look back on where I used to be like just like self-conscious or shy, and like now I'm just not. Yes. I just can you know what I mean, do whatever, and it's like okay because I support myself and my friends support me too.
That's great. That's awesome. It seems like this whole program itself, I mean, there is so much camaraderie going on there. And, of course, now there's also, from my understanding, a school in Corona, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about the school and what type of education you guys get there?
Nice. Okay, so we have like a 2-year performing arts degree.
Okay.
We're working on being accredited on our own. We're not yet, but we're almost there.
Okay.
So right now there's like a performance certificate that you get through the Young Americans College, and right now we're affiliated with a university in Michigan who gives us real college credit that we can take and transfer to another university later. So you can get your associates while you're touring, and a lot of us will do like classes and stuff online.
Okay.
Yeah. The tour classes.
Yeah, nothing like it.
I know because both of you guys have your own laptop computers. You're plugged in all the time.
Right.
So you're like, oh, okay, either they're sleeping or doing work or something or whatever.
Yeah.
Now, with the associate's degree, though, is that like almost like a liberal arts? Are you still taking like, math and science and stuff like that? Or is it more geared towards the arts?
It depends, I guess. You can get a general associate's degree, or you can get like an associate's of arts degree or something like that. For me, I haven't completed mine yet, but mine would be geared towards more of associates of arts because I plan to go into performing arts after that. So I've taken a lot of vocal classes, a lot of music theory classes and stuff like that are transferable with my associate's degree, but you can also take math and communications and English and stuff like that as
so
well.
does it leave you a chance to be a little bit diverse then to to kind of figure out which way you want to go, especially being in the
Yeah.
entertainment industry. Because I mean, yes, you can be a
Definitely.
dancer, you can be a performer or a singer or whatever. But I mean, like you said, what if you want to be a stage manager? Or if you want to work,
Yeah.
in props or work stagecraft or something,
Yeah.
does it allow you to do that too as well?
Oh
or-
yeah.
Yeah, associate's degrees are pretty like the baseline of all degrees. You usually just get your general education and then it transfers and then you spend your next 2 years at university working towards your major anyway. So I think it's a very cost efficient way to go about doing school because when you start at a university, you take your general ed for the first 2 years anyway.
Right,
and then you
exactly.
start your major. So like for me, I think it's nice that I just have these credits waiting for me to use so
Later
that I
on.
can just finally start what I want to do if I want to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. So if it's okay to ask though, how much does it cost to be in the school?
Well, at this point, it's kind of changing and evolving every year.
Right.
Okay.
We have a really great website. You can check it all out on.
Please, yeah, tell us.
Yeah, it's yacollege.org.
Okay.
ORG, and it tells you everything because the program is growing and evolving so much that what Jessica and I did 4 or 5 years ago is completely different than the
wow.
program that exists today because it's
Yeah.
like growing that much, like exponentially every year.
That's good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
we
cool.
weren't even close to being accredited when I
Right.
was
And
in
now it
the
is.
college
It's
program.
like
Yeah,
right
we're
on
close.
the brink.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Very cool. So now we mentioned earlier too also about the different camps that you guys do. You know,
Yeah.
of course, my son's been involved with it for I don't know how many years now. It seems.
Yeah.
He's done like 7 or 8 camps.
We were at his first workshop, Jessica and I both.
Really?
Yes.
We just found that out this week.
Yes.
We had
Holy
no
crap.
idea.
Yeah.
But we were.
We
We
were
were
there.
there. It was our
Wow.
first, like my first workshop, both of ours.
Yeah.
Before our first tours. Like we were both at that workshop as Young Americans.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you guys are family before you even became our
I know.
family.
Didn't
Kooky
even know.
wild.
That's kind of cool. So tell us, can you go a little bit more in depth about what the camps are and what they do?
Yes.
Yeah.
So 5-day camp?
5-day
yeah,
camp.
5-day camp. Every day from about 9:30 to 5 o'clock is all learning dances and learning songs to be put into a show at the end of the week.
Okay.
So we do the show with the kids, but we spend it teaching them all the steps, all the notes to every song that they need to learn, including adding in solos and stuff like that, with time to do some performance classes, creative classes along the way, stuff that's not involved in their show as well.
What we kind of like talk about as a group is that we use the arts as like a vehicle to promote like self-confidence and just like feeling good and camaraderie amongst others and like teamwork and stuff like that. So that's kind of what our point is. Like that's
Yes.
what we want to get across in the 5 days, and we just use like singing and dancing and creativity as like our method of travel.
Yes.
That's so cool. I mean, I'm obviously a musician myself. You can see
Yeah.
the guitars here and everything.
Yeah, a few, yeah.
Just a few. How hard or how difficult is it, or how many times have you seen a young kid come in where really shy, really didn't want to do anything, but yet all of a sudden you put them on the stage and the kid just explodes?
Every week.
Yeah.
There's not a
Really?
week where
Yeah.
that doesn't happen. Or that a kid doesn't stand up at the end. Like we have a portion in our show where they can, like, they each get to do their own little speech. And a lot of times a kid will come up there and be like, I was so scared I had complete stage fright before this camp, and like now I can stand up and talk in a microphone, or like something crazy like that.
Right.
So I don't know. It definitely, something's working.
Yeah.
I don't know what's
What
in
do
the
you
water.
What do you
but-
think is the key for that,
I think
or the secret behind it?
I think when a child recognizes their potential by seeing it in somebody else, in Young Americans, we always say, like, you are going to find yourself in a child and you're going to be drawn to that child and you're going to want to give that child everything you wish that you were given. And so
Got it.
I
Okay.
think that when
That's
they
cool.
find somebody that they relate to and they are inspired by that, and they find somebody who truly cares for them and cares for their success and cares for what they want to do, I think that's when they can trust and start coming out of their shell a little
that's
bit
kind of like
more.
where the magic really happens, kind
Yeah.
of a thing.
And
Yeah.
there's 36 of us, so like if it doesn't work with me, like if they're like, oh, I don't like that girl, like Jessica will get to them, or like
Yeah.
there's or one of the boys on our cast, or like
Right.
that's like kind of like our like philosophy behind it, like, oh, it's not working with me, like, oh, Jess, like why don't you go talk to him, or like why don't
Right.
you go? So it's cool.
We're
Like
super diverse,
Yeah.
and there's someone for everyone.
That's
feel
one thing
like.
I really kind of notice on you guys is you got how diverse I think all of you are. I mean, there's people from every ethnic background in the cast, people of all shapes and sizes in the cast and everything. But yet there is this really cool camaraderie that you leave no one behind.
Absolutely.
And it transcends to the kids in these camps. And I think that's the most amazing thing on it, which is great. I mean, it's wonderful. Now, you guys also travel around the world, correct?
Yes.
We do.
We do that.
Yes, we do. We pack up and we just go. What countries do you guys also do the camps in?
Well, camps is like kind of just a U.S. thing.
Okay.
But we do our 3-day workshops. I think it's like 15 countries at this point.
Okay. Now, what's the difference between a camp and a workshop then?
Yeah, so workshops are just 3 days long.
Okay.
So the summer camps are like just a special summertime thing. We actually did them in Australia.
Oh, wow.
Just when I was there. But
Guys,
mostly
down under. That's so wonderful.
Just when I was right there in Australia. But most of the time, just the 3 days. So it's the same concept, same everything, except the first 2 days we teach them a show in like 10 hours instead of 18.
Yeah.
Holy
and then,
crap.
Oh yeah, it's like fast,
Yeah.
and then we do a show the third day.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
It's very fast paced. Yeah.
And how has the response been with the workshops? I mean, has it been equivalent as the camps?
Oh yeah, even more sometimes I would say.
How so?
A lot of the times we do workshops when school is in session, and so
Oh, really?
yeah, and they're after school programs, and a lot of kids are attracted to the fact that they get to skip school for
Well, what kid wouldn't?
2 days.
Right.
Yeah, they're offered to like the choir and drama and music programs in lots of schools and stuff like that, but we're also drawn to where there's a need, so maybe schools that don't have a music program or stuff like that, we bring ourselves into the school to try and bring music back into the school, raise money. We have our Turn Up the Music campaign right now, which is trying to give back $1 million to like the music programs in America and stuff like that.
Which
so
is awesome, by the way, because
Yeah.
so many
Yeah.
people are cutting. I mean, that's the first thing to go, unfortunately, and that's
Right.
this is something not new. I mean, this is something that's been going on since I was in high school,
Absolutely.
in
That's
grade
why
school.
the music outreach tours first started back in '92 was because it was like getting cut.
Well, I'm older than that, so
right.
I mean,
oh yeah,
it's-
that's true. But that's like where
I'm glad
where
you
it
agree
started.
that I'm older. I'm glad. Yeah.
yeah.
Facts are facts.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah, I mean, but seriously, I mean, I mean, that is something that has been, I mean, talked about literally since I was in high school. And we're going back, to the mid '80s and
Right.
Stuff where
Right.
the arts are the first thing to always be cut, and yet there's so many programs out there, like yourself included,
Absolutely.
that try to bring it back, going, trying to give the finger to the politicians. In my eyes,
Yeah.
I was saying, look, guys, you guys are idiot. Look what can be done, with kids and everything if you give them the arts.
There's so much power behind
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
really is. So talking in going with also about talking to going to other countries and everything.
Right.
How are you guys with the camps? What countries have you been to,
Us personally,
or just in general, or where has Young Americans gone?
well, we're in Japan 11 months out of the year. We travel all over Europe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I've never been to Europe. Where have we been in Europe?
We have been to Sweden,
Oh, das ist gut. Okay.
Sweden, Germany, Spain, Poland, Czech Republic, Lithuania, Estonia,
Yeah.
like all over those places.
So you've been to the mother country.
Yes.
The mother
Yes.
country
Oh yeah,
is so good.
Russia. Yes,
Oh,
we've been to
that's
Russia.
good. Yeah, baseball's been very, very
The
good to
UK
me.
as well.
Yeah, we've been to the UK, England, Ireland.
Speaking of the
Ireland.
UK, I mean, when you guys do go to the other countries and everything, how is it that you break the language barriers, like in the UK?
Oh.
Because
Yeah,
you
that
definitely
one-
kind of talk a little weird.
Let me tell you something though. Those Scottish accents are very hard to understand sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a foreign language. A little boy will come up to you saying he needs to go to the bathroom, and I feel like he's speaking to me in Swahili.
And he goes, why don't you understand me? You got the red hair.
Yeah.
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 Cool. But no, how do I mean, when you do guys go to, let's say, like Sweden or Japan or something like that, where they,
Right.
how do you guys break that language barrier down?
A lot of times we have young Americans from those countries. So like,
cool.
In Japan, we have like tons of Japanese young Americans that'll travel with us and translate.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we don't have anybody, and we just have to. Well, we'll pick up the language a little bit, like left, right, up, down, come here,
Go
over
away.
there. Yeah. And we also just like become more physical. Like there's so much that can be passed along without speaking any words at all.
Non-verbal communication.
And like we'll just like get really physical with our bodies and we'll be like, oh, and they'll all do, oh, and that it's like happening. And you're like, okay, I'm doing workshop and I'm not speaking English.
Exactly. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Now, what has been your favorite country so far?
Ooh, good question.
I love Germany.
Germany?
Yeah, it's my favorite place for sure.
Why is that?
Well, the people are extremely open-minded, and they're open-minded, and they're very firm in what they believe in when they believe it.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just such a beautiful landscape. It's old. It's Europe. It's great.
Well, I've heard the hills are alive with the sound of music.
They are so alive. Yeah.
Cool. Andrea, what about you?
My favorite place, hands down, was South Africa. Like, no questions asked, best place I've ever been.
You and I were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
And I think the thing that surprised me the most, even though apartheid is gone, that it still has a segregated feel to it.
Completely
Nobody
segregated.
goes into each other's...
No, there's
Was that weird?
There's black townships and there's colored townships and there's white townships and like they do not cross over. They're like, oh, you were in Googleette too? Like, what are you doing over there? And you're like, oh, you're just doing a workshop with some kids. Like, no big deal. And they're like, whoa, what you doing? But it was so cool. Like their level of gratitude over in South Africa is like unlike any people I've ever met. And like to us, we're like, oh my gosh, they don't have this thing or they don't have that thing. And you're like they don't have a house, they don't have a car, they don't have a job. And like, but for them, they're just so happy to be alive. And it's like such a crazy backwards thing to like see them be so happy without anything.
Yeah.
It taught us so much while we were there.
And I think that's the biggest thing, too. I think traveling is the biggest education because you do get to see other cultures, what they're like. And then it kind of makes you like kind of put a little reflection on yourself of going, oh, my God, I have all these things here in this country, but they've got a dirt floor and a pillow and a blanket, and they're so jazzed.
They're so happy.
Yeah.
You know, and that could be anywhere in the world, really.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and it's just amazing to me. I think it kind of wakes up, our American way of thinking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Overall.
I mean, you don't really know until you're there. Like reading it online is not the same as like meeting a person that's living a situation.
Right.
Well, no, it's also very surreal too. I mean, it's kind of like I remember the first time I went to Washington D.C.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you see the Washington Monument, you see the Lincoln Memorial, the White House, or whatever, but then when you're in front of it, you're going, oh, holy shit! You know, it's like that's really it. It's not on TV anymore.
Right. Absolutely.
You know, and it's very surreal. Does that happen to you an awful lot going to these different countries, or?
Yeah, for me personally, there's never really a moment that I realize, oh my gosh, I'm in a different country until I'm in a spot that's like so foreign to me, like something that I can't understand. Like we were in Sweden and we were in an auditorium and I looked up at one of the walls in the schools that we were in and like the word bathroom was like an entire sentence long written on a sign. And I was like, I can't read that. And like that's not my language. I don't know what that means. Like I don't know where I'm at.
I thought it was like, wow, theater's great.
Yeah, it
means bathroom.
Absolutely wild because especially in predominantly Caucasian countries, you look around and you see people that look like you all the time. And so then when you go to places like Japan, it's like I'm not going to see somebody that looks like me for miles.
Unless they're really short.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, it's
like their
nuts.
reaction to you is funny too. Like in Japan, well, like our blonde friends will be like they'll like want to like touch their hair in the street.
Really?
Because, oh yeah, they've just never they don't get to see that all the time, so they're like, wow. Or South Africa, like they would just rub our knees and elbows like they had never touched a white person before.
Wow.
And like they were like wanted to rub sunscreen all over my arms because they were like, what is this? What are you doing?
Why don't you want to be like us?
Yeah, I was like, whoa, buddy.
Yeah.
Get that sunscreen on them. I'm really going to get burned. Please rub that in.
Get the back. Get the back. Yeah. That's cool. Now, what has been your least favorite country, though?
Ooh. I don't think I have a least favorite.
I don't either.
There's something in every country that like is amazing.
Yes.
And like a moment or a place or like wherever something that like is like positive, and I feel like I we take that away from it.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't think I've been to one place that I didn't like.
That's cool though. That's I mean that's nice to hear because sometimes you never know, what can happen in those countries, or whatever. I mean, granted, everybody sometimes gets sick or this or that or whatever on touring. But it doesn't leave that negative, like, oh, there's no way I'm going back to Mongolia or whatever because I ate that turkey and no way, So that's cool. That's awesome. Now, in doing the Young Americans, has that exposed you to other styles of music that you wouldn't have been exposed to otherwise?
Yeah, in some ways, I would say. I've been challenged to learn how to sing different kinds of music. Okay. I had been strictly like musical theater till the casket drop, and like now it's like, oh, I can sing soul, I can sing like acoustic pop, I can sing this kind of stuff, I can manipulate my voice in different ways. So
it's definitely pushed that envelope.
Yeah, and it's absolutely expanded what music I like to listen to.
And somebody is always like a master of that thing.
Absolutely.
Like, Jessica, it can sing my butt off. But, like, now I get to hang out with Jessica.
I heard something thud earlier this morning. I wasn't too sure what it was, and now I know what it was. Singing your butt off.
Yeah, she was. But, yeah, it's like there's someone that...
You girls okay?
Or, like, instruments and stuff, too. Yeah. Like, a lot of people will pick up an instrument when they're in the group because, like, oh, he plays guitar. Like, teach me a little something. Teach me a little ditty. I picked up the drums a little bit.
Oh, did you really?
Oh, yeah.
I just set up the drum set in the garage then.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
I'll give you a little...
Hey, that's how Ringo started.
Exactly.
And that's all you need. And look what happened to him.
Yeah. It's going to happen to me real quick.
World-class drummer.
Now, what about you, Andrea? I mean, has it also exposed you to other music that you wouldn't have?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I agree with what Jess says. Like, I wasn't a singer at all before this, and, like, now they'll, like, hand me a microphone and be like, oh, just sing this. And you're like, okay, sure. And, like, yeah, it's cool. I've definitely learned a lot. Still don't really like country, but.
No.
Yeah.
So it's been our feud this week a little bit, but.
Yeah, I know. We'll get you around to the country.
Maybe.
We'll get you around to the country. What are your current musical influences by being in the Young Americans?
I take a lot from Adele, I'd say. Like when I first started singing, back when I was like in my late teens, I'd say, was right when Adele was starting to release albums and stuff. I like mostly I like the stories she tells with her music.
Okay.
That kind of stuff. But I still love musical theater.
That's your heart and soul.
That's my heart and soul.
That's the musical theater itself.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Cool. Andrea?
My inspiration since 7th grade has been Tracy Turnblad from Hairspray and will continue to always be Tracy Turnblad. That movie came out and I watched it every single day. And
I could see you in that role.
It's her life.
That would be my dream.
Yeah, I could totally see you in that role.
Give us a little something.
Put her on the spot.
No, I love that movie. I love that musical.
Segue.
I auditioned to be Tracy in Hairspray Live last May. I'm so about it. Someday it'll come to me. Yeah, I will be Tracy.
At some point in time, right?
Tracy in her soul.
Well, I've seen both of you perform, and it's always amazing because, like, again, you're not the first Young Americans that we've been house parents with, but it's always nice to get to know the people who come into our home that we host, but then to see them perform, especially for me being a performer myself,
right? And
then looking at you guys and watching you, I was always amazed, like with Sophie, on how energetic.
Yeah.
She is, you know, and her facial expressions and stuff. It always made me laugh too. And then with Lexi last year, how her voice was just, I was blown away,
right.
She's an awesome
and then the same thing with Angel. Angel's voice was just like, holy cow. I was like totally surprised by her. And then watching you two, the other night and everything, it was just like, standing with you, I was like, the way your energy on stage, it warmed me, basically, is what it was, because you're just out there, kind of said, it's kind of like who did I say that you kind of remind me of was
Melissa McCarthy.
Melissa McCarthy,
hot jazz girl.
But it was almost
what they call me.
Yeah, but it's almost on that borderline comedic kind of thing that you can do, so I can see you doing certain types of musical theater.
Yeah.
For that, it's you have that in you, and then with you, Jessica, just like your voice was all over the place.
Yeah.
No, Jessica's like the classiest person I've ever met. She just like reeks of elegance.
Reeks.
She reeks of elegance.
Well, we got some Febreze right there, so if you need a spray around,
spray me down.
You can.
Baby.
So, and it's amazing. What I was also looking on a little bit of history of the Young Americans too is how many famous people have come out of the Young Americans.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, has that surprised you guys also, or?
Yeah, in some ways, yeah. It's not surprising because we're around extremely talented people 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's no surprise that so many awesome people have come out of this, but at the same time it's still
It's cool.
It's cool.
And it's cool when they like bring them around for us to meet them.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
like, oh, Susan Egan, you were Belle on Broadway. Like, oh, hey.
You voiced Megara in Hercules?
Like,
Wow.
Okay.
Wow, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, just to list a few people here that I've got that was on the website. Vicki Lawrence
Yeah.
was part of the Young Americans. Mark Cherry, who's the executive producer
yeah.
of Desperate Housewives. Stephen J. Block, who played, what's it, Elphaba?
Elphaba.
Elphaba, okay, in Wicked. And then Eden Espinosa, who was also in Wicked.
Yeah.
Nia Peebles. I'm like, holy cow, I didn't know Nia Peebles was in Young Americans. Let's see, Melissa Hayden, Mark Wahlberg, not Marky Mark, but for the guy from the Antique Roadshow, of all places.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like, holy cow, how'd you go from Young Americans to Antique Roadshow?
Yeah, he was just like hanging out with us at a benefit show I did in April, maybe. I don't know. He was like talking about how like he never was like a speaking guy or like he was so shy, and then like Bill handed him a microphone and was like, yeah, you're gonna be great, and then he was like, okay,
and then he was great, and now he is Antique Roadshow.
Exactly.
And now you can't shut him up.
Exactly. That's how it always
Now,
works.
what celebrities have you guys met by being the Young Americans that they've brought back?
Oh.
I'm trying to think.
Hey. Not that I have ever personally met.
But have they come
I
to
would
speak to
say
you guys, though, or
They
anything?
did like a show with Barry Manilow.
Oh,
once.
Oh, that's right.
yeah.
They did like a huge show with Barry
That's
Manilow.
right. You
That's
guys did one
right.
with Barry. Now, did you work with that or no?
So, actually, funny story.
Okay, we
So-
got to hear. We got a Barry
So,
story.
Out in, what was it, Palm Springs a couple years back, we did, I was a part of a small resident company of Young Americans that were not touring. We were just based in California.
Uh-huh.
And we were going to do Barry's dress rehearsal with him. So we were the stand-ins to do that. So at the time he was on a tour and he was having choirs come out, like
Right.
state choirs, school choirs and stuff like that, to learn the music to sing behind him. And so he had the Young Americans go first, and we did all the staging, we learned everything. And then a few weeks later, when they were sending up our Northern Michigan dinner theater cast, so we were just their stand-ins, and then they ended up doing the show. We didn't get to meet Barry, but it was like still a really cool experience. We worked with his what was it, assistant something choreographer person. His name's Kai Brackett. He was a Young American.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so he has all of our connections and stuff with Barry. It's awesome.
Okay.
So that was fun. We didn't actually get to work with him, but we got
But
We
to.
saw his
Boyne
piano.
cast did.
It was the thought. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. I stood behind the drummer from Train. That was great.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I
The
love
important
Train.
things.
I love Train. That's
Yeah.
cool. And what anything for you, Andrea? Or?
I'm trying to think.
Katie Peters. Our friend
Oh my
Katie
gosh, yeah,
Peters.
one of
Who's
my
Katie Peters?
best friends, Katie Peters. She was on The Voice, season 10, top 10.
Really?
Katie Peters, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she was
She's like one of my best friends in the world, and she like made it through the blinds, and she was on Pharrell's team and made it to top 10. It was super cool.
Wow.
Buy her singles on iTunes. She's the thing. She's it. She's got it.
She's the bomb.
Yeah.
Cool.
Below.
And our friend Nick Townsend.
Oh yeah,
He didn't make it through yet.
he was featured.
Yeah,
He was definitely featured.
on The Voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's definitely like a lot of opportunities then for
Yeah.
as
Oh yeah.
okay.
With the training we get being on the road, and we get to meet so many different kinds of people and experience so many different things. We're thrown into so many random situations. We have to be like ready for anything, and so we have a great mentality and a great drive, I think, for this kind
And I
of
think good
industry.
professionalism too. I mean that
Yeah.
goes along with it. Like you can handle everything.
Right.
So for the two of you now, how long do you guys get to stay in the Young Americans? Because like last night I heard somebody saying that this is like their 17th tour.
Yeah.
You
It's once you're in the family, you're in the family. So you kind of get to go as long as you want. Most people don't go 17 tours. I mean, 10 is kind of even a little bit of a lot. I think maybe like 7, 8-ish is maybe normal. Because each tour is about 3 months.
Okay.
So if you've done 8, that's 2 years on the road.
Wow.
Which is a lot of time. But you can kind of stay as long as you want. So yeah, Yoshi's been around for 17 tours, and he's going on his 18th in the fall. So.
Jeez.
That is wild.
So I mean, not to over exaggerate, but I mean, you can stay there until like in your 30s or something. Or?
I don't know. It's never really happened.
Okay. Somebody they just kind of drop off and kind of go on to other things naturally then?
Yeah.
I would say the oldest touring Young American currently is 28. Yeah.
But he's kind of an anomaly. Like Yoshi's only 25.
Right.
25 is up there.
Yeah.
You're an old dog by that point.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love that. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Very old, yeah.
Get the hell out.
Oh, yeah. Senile.
23 and ancient.
Yeah.
Now, so what do you guys plan to do yourselves then after the Young Americans, or when you guys decide to leave?
We were just talking about this today.
Here's the dirt. Here's the dirt. Here, wait. I got something for you guys then. All right, here we go.
Oh, my gosh. Is this Morse code?
It is Morse, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Or I could do this kind of thing for the flash news.
Oh.
There you go. So.
Well, with my future, I would like to continue to make music, I would say. Try and do some singing, stuff like that. I don't know.
In what aspect, though?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Haven't decided yet. Well, I mean, you said you like, musicals. Are you going to try and then maybe go go Broadway?
I would love to do. I probably wouldn't try to go all the way to Broadway. I would do a lot of like regional stuff.
Branson, Missouri. Hey, there's a road down there that they've got a bunch of those theaters, and that's what they do. So
right.
I mean,
yeah, there is theater everywhere. Like there is
Chicago.
Yeah, there's a place to find theater in every city. I feel like so. I just think that I need to go for it. But, I would like to eventually do something involving maybe big performing like that.
Okay.
I do love theater a lot.
Now, would you try and also branch out maybe just because, again, I've heard your voice, but go out and branch yourself as a solo artist or something of that nature?
Yeah, maybe I think with continued training after Young Americans, I could do some vocalist work as well. I'm not too big on being like the center spotlight lady.
So more like a backup vocalist.
Yeah, I would love
to
be a backup vocalist.
Hey, there's good money in that too.
I love singing harmonies, so.
I heard you guys the other night, and you guys are freaking awesome. I'm like, holy crap! I've got to use a little machine in order to make my harmonies. Andre, what about you? I mean, what would you want to do after?
I definitely want to stay like around music, but I don't necessarily want to be a performer. I'd love to be like a casting director or some sort of like production-y kind of
stage manager-ish.
Yeah. Where I don't have to. I'm not like I love performing.
Right.
I love it, but
I can tell when you're on the stage.
Yeah, I definitely am more passionate about teaching. And I don't know.
Is that a road that you would want to go down to also? Is like teaching in elementary or high school or college?
I'm not sure. Me and Jess were literally talking about this earlier. I was like, I don't know if I want like necessarily a classroom, but this group has taught me that you can teach without being a teacher.
Absolutely.
Like there's so many other aspects of life where like I can use that skill. So I'll find where to tuck it in, but I'm not sure yet. It's everywhere. I need to get it in a box. It's flying around.
It's tough to decide what you want to do when you're in this group because you discover how many things you're good at and like how many things you're not good at. So for us, it's like, like we could totally teach, but teaching is different than what we do as teachers, I feel like. And then like
it's not a conventional teacher.
Right.
Yeah, no, I totally get that.
Yeah, I love to perform, and performing's amazing. Like we're all awesome performers, but sometimes when you're on the road, it's like one thing kind of outweighs the other. Like personally, I love like teaching and working with kids maybe just a smidge more than I like the performing part now. When I came in the group, it was performing over teaching kind of thing. So
kind of opens your eyes to new things.
It shifts. Yeah, it definitely shifts.
Cool. Well, that's cool. Well, I mean, you guys are both obviously extremely talented in both what you guys do.
Thank you.
And what you bring to the Young Americans individually and as a group overall. And I'm so glad that now you guys are part of our family. So
We're happy too.
it's awesome.
I'm a Gomez.
You are.
Jessica Gomez. Nice ring to it.
But you're a redhead. Yeah, but have you seen my mother? She is too. So see, it's legit now.
Yes.
So cool. Well, I guys want to play a quick game with you here.
Okay, great.
All right.
So this is called the island game. We do this with all of our guests.
Okay.
No matter what. So you got to imagine that you're on a deserted island.
Okay.
And you could only take one candy bar or one candy with you.
Okay.
What would it be?
Reese's peanut butter cups.
Ooh. Okay.
Swedish fish.
Swedish fish?
I love Swedish fish.
What is that?
That's the candy of choice. That's what's gonna get me through the island.
Wait, you don't know what Swedish fish
No.
are?
Oh,
they're like
really?
a cherry-flavored, fish-shaped gummy candy. But they're like...
The best thing in the world is what she's about to say.
And they're Swedish.
And they're Swedish. And it doesn't say bathroom, which is a long sentence. It's
Very
much shorter.
foreign. Very
So-
forein.
That's cool. See,
Super high
these are going to
class.
be a good question for you guys. Okay. One movie.
Armageddon.
Really?
Really.
Wow.
I love Bruce Willis.
Okay, that's going to lead me up to another question later on. I think I know what the answer is now.
Great.
It's the movie Hairspray. 2007 version. Zac Efron, Nikki Blonsky, Queen Latifah,
Brittany Snow.
Brittany Snow.
Look, it's me on TV.
Yeah.
Okay. One album.
Ooh.
Fleetwood Mac Rumors.
Really?
Really?
Going from Adele to Fleetwood Mac?
Yeah.
Wow. That's a great album,
It's
though.
a great album.
That's a really good
Love it.
album. Andrea's
The
still thinking.
Hairspray album.
No,
soundtrack.
no. Maybe,
Oh, God,
maybe.
is it the film version or the Broadway version? I don't know.
Honestly, probably something Chris Brown. I love Chris Brown.
Brown?
I can listen to Chris Brown all day.
yeah.
That's Usher.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't feel bad. My producer doesn't know the
See,
difference between Bon
run
Jovi
it,
and
run it.
Journey, so don't
Oh,
worry.
wow. Fun journey.
Yeah. Oh, we talked about that yesterday on the show too. Okay. One food. Because you guys have been everywhere. So.
Okay, there's a restaurant in Disneyland called Club 33. No.
Yeah,
wait,
Club 33.
Sorry, no, I lied. The Blue Bayou. It's right next to Club 33.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
The Blue Bayou, and they have this amazing Monte Cristo sandwich.
Are you shitting me? Really? You want to go with that?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've only ever had it once, and it was when I turned 15 for my birthday, and
Still-
I will
still in
never
her heart.
forget it.
Wow.
So good.
Years ago, Karen and I had the Disneyland passes where they were affordable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes we would go into Blue Bayou.
When dinosaurs
just
walked
for
here.
hey, I'm not that old. But we had the annual pass, and sometimes we'd just go in to go on one or two rides and go home.
Yeah.
And one night we was like, hey, we want to do for dinner. I don't know. Let's go to the Blue Bayou. Okay, and that's the same dish.
It's
I
so
love that.
delicious.
It's so good.
It's delicious. You'd love it.
I'll have to try
There's
it.
ham in it.
Oh, I love him.
And what about you, Andrea?
One food. Maybe Chili's Cajun chicken pasta.
Ooh.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
a good choice.
I love Chili's.
Oh, and if I had the choice to do something else, I'd also just say like a rare steak.
Ooh.
Just that.
Wow.
Or
steak.
just a giant cheesecake.
all the time, every day.
Probably, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can tell she's thinking about it right now, folks. You can look at her eyes. She's
Yeah.
like, I'm in heaven.
I'm tasting
I'm
that
in heaven.
cheesecake.
Okay, so if you could take a person just for conversation's sake, dead or alive, doesn't matter, anyway throughout history, whatever, or personal life, it can't be like a significant other or a parent.
So someone famous?
No, it doesn't have to
Oh.
be. But who would you take for just for conversation?
I'd
love it.
probably take my childhood best friend with me.
Really?
Daniel. Yeah. We went to kindergarten together and have been best friends since we were 5.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it rocks.
That's awesome.
Yeah, some part of me wants to bring my best friend Heather. I just feel like you can't go wrong with
Yeah.
the best friend.
Absolutely.
If I was going to bring a celebrity, though, I'd probably go like Celine Dion.
For conversation's sake?
I just feel like maybe we'd have a lot to talk about, a lot to catch up
I
on.
think I'd
She
bring
could teach you French.
Yeah.
Kristen Wiig as my celebrity.
Okay, so I'm going to try and
Make me
rephrase
laugh
this
a little
in a nice way.
Okay.
You're both adults and everything,
Yeah.
so, and these are good girls. Listen to that. They're good girls.
Yes, we are.
But for making whoopee with somebody, who would you take?
On an island?
Yeah. Yesterday we had Stacey Wilson on. She's wrote a book, and her parents are very well-known people. Her father was Don Wilson of the Ventures. So we asked her the same questions and everything, and she chose Brad Pitt.
Nice.
Oh, that's a good choice.
You know.
Actually a really good
Can't
choice.
go wrong.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
I want like Will Smith, but like back in his getting jiggy with it days.
Really, Will Smith?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Jump on that?
Yeah. But like wait, not like Will Smith like now, but
Yeah.
Will Smith like in the prime. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I'd
Jessica?
say
Your best friend again?
no. Rupert Grint, the guy who plays Ron Weasley, circa
Those answers could not be more opposite.
circa when he was in the Half-Blood Prince of Harry Potter.
I can see that. I mean, he turned into a good... I mean, all of those people have really turned into good looking...
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
even the guy... Who was the one that they always thought was the idiot?
Neville Longbottom.
Neville. He turned into a really...
He is good looking
He
now.
is.
He's a
Yeah.
cutie.
Yeah.
His name is Matthew Lewis.
Yeah.
Oh, Jess knows.
I know.
Would you want to take them both with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
Now we know where she's going with that one.
Great.
I'll take them both.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Fan fiction.
Go ahead. Show me your one. I don't mind. Very cool. Well, there you go, guys. Well, you guys have been a very wonderful blessing here and have blessed us with our home as well and everything. And I really appreciate that. Now, if people do want to send their kids to the camps here in the U.S. for the Young Americans, where would they go and how would they find out about it?
Nice. We have a website called yalive.org. It just went up. It's like a brand new website. It's got lots of videos promoting summer camps on there as well.
Okay.
But that's where you can find all the links to registration and where all our camps are and all that stuff. So it's a good place.
Cool. And now, does Young Americans have a main site like youngamericans.org or something?
We do.
like that?
Youngamericans.org. And that has all of it as well. You can find it either
And
way.
you guys are also on YouTube. There's a channel on YouTube as well, I think.
Yeah.
Just got to do a search.
Young Americans Official, I think it is on YouTube.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, some good videos up there as
Yeah,
well.
they're really funny.
Yeah.
Awesome. Wonderful. Well, thank you, ladies, for joining me.
Thank
Hey,
you.
I
thanks for
appreciate
having
it.
us. This was
And I know
fun.
you guys are headed up to Northern California.
Yes.
And then I think we'll see you back in August, I think.
Yeah, we'll be back in 2 weeks to Corona and El Segundo, Irvine.
Huntington Beach.
Yeah, those are
Yes. Yeah, can't wait. All right, cool. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. You guys
Thank
have
you.
be safe on the tour and everything, and we'll see you guys soon.
All right.
Thank you very
Cool.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Sean, sorry, Sean. Oh my God, I'm over at my grandma's house, and she's had another one of her senility episodes. She went and super glued her cat to the ceiling fan, and oh my, you should see it. It's all over the walls. That cat got sick. I'm sorry. You're going to have to play something for me for this week. Some favorite things. I don't. I'm not going to be there. Oh, you should see it. Oh, I gotta go.
So right now we're going to bring you some class, some culture, simply called pocket size. You're laughing already.
Did you give me
Pocket size cinema.
print out of the script cut out? She's looking at a piece of paper. I'm looking at my phone.
Oh,
First,
I
we
gave
teach
you-
him
I mean,
to
I've
tweet,
done
and
it
now we
everyone.
can't get him off his phone.
I know.
What is
I gave you
happening?
the script. Did you get the script?
What?
You got it?
I
It's not here. It's not in your yellow sheets.
maybe. Well, I don't know. He gave me a bunch of papers. You know, in our production meeting, there
Wait,
were a
is it
bunch
probably
of
in there,
papers,
Steve?
and one of them may have been a script, which would make
such
this
a
thing a
good
lot more
actor.
classy.
And a lot more culture.
No, I did not have a script.
Do you want to
switch? But I have it on my phone.
You got it on your phone? Okay.
You got it?
So you got it on your phone.
I
Okay.
think this will work out.
Okay. All right. So,
Going great.
so let's try this one more time, everybody.
Okay.
Class. Culture.
Take 2.
Pocket size cinema. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. And welcome to Pocket Size Cinema. You okay over there? Why don't you get undressed and it might make you feel better. Relax a little. We open when a young girl is discussing the birds and the bees with a group of kids in the neighborhood. They all discuss what their parents have told them on where babies come from. After the neighborhood children's discussion, the daughter runs home to find out the truth from her mother. So let's pick up the action here, shall we? As we listen to the birds and the bees.
Mommy, Mrs. Johnson just had a new baby, and Bobby told me that they grew it in the garden until it was ready. Then Mary got all mad at him and said that babies are actually brought by a big bird called a stork. And I asked, how does the stork get it? And Jimmy laughed at me and called me stupid face. And I started crying and said, you're the stupid face. And ran home.
Oh, sweetheart. You shouldn't listen to the other children because, well, they don't really know the truth.
Well, what is the truth, Mom? How do you make a baby?
Well, okay, sweetheart, I think maybe it's time you knew the truth. When a man and a woman want to get a baby, the man puts his penis into the woman's vagina and shoots his semen into her, and that's how you get a baby.
Oh! That's, wow. I guess I understand. But now, I do have another question for you, Mommy.
What is it, Pumpkin?
Well, the other night, I passed by your bedroom and saw that you had Daddy's penis in your mouth. What do you get from that?
Jewelry, sweetheart. Jewelry.
God, she's crying. And that will wrap up another edition of Pocket Size Cinema. We thank you for joining us. This is Brenton Papa saying, every kiss begins with a K and ends with Thank you.
I think Diane put it best when she said that Steve sounds like the grandma from Little Red Riding Hood.
All the better to
What
eat
a big
my
dick you have. A great lesson learned today.
So there we go, guys. Our first Pocket Size Cinema, and that was a road to home. Oh, great job, everybody. Oh, yes.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hey, Sean, it's PJ here. Listen, I'm not going to be able to make this show this Saturday because, you know, I got a full tank of gas, a pack of cigarettes, and I'm on a mission from God. So if you could just play one of my favorite little bits there, you know the one. Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you. And I'm so sorry again, you know, mission from God stuff. Don't want to be in trouble, right? All right, bye.
All right, well, I got this email for you guys, and It's a little bit long, but we got this in from listener Ed.
After the last segment, that's okay.
This is really, really cool. So it says, "Dear Your Weekly Dose crew, I work as a postal carrier for the U.S. Postal Service. I've been doing this job."
Oh, yeah? Where's my package that you didn't deliver? Sorry.
Whoa.
What's going on right now?
Whoa. Wow, someone just went postal in the Postal Service.
Calm, breathe. Okay, continue. We love our postal workers.
All right, so
there's a chance he may not have personally handled your package.
For sure.
I wonder what the odds are of that.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully somebody is handling your package.
Yeah.
Well, wink, wink.
Since I've been doing the job for 30 years in Alhambra. Where do you live?
Yes.
I'm kidding.
No, okay.
I threw that in. He says, "I'm a blue-collar worker and a public servant who loves his job, his coworkers, his boss, and customers. Yes, I really do. I discovered your podcast due to a Facebook post and that I saw. I wanted to let you know that what Sean, V, Steve, and PJ do has a big effect. What I'm about to tell you is true.
Uh-oh.
In my early years, Mark and Brian was the radio show to listen to on a daily basis. While letter carriers sorted mail in the office early in the morning, productivity was high, morale was high, and that the show made us happy and productive as we sorted letters. Most carriers had on headsets attached to their Walkmans. Tell V, those are the iPods back in the day."
All right.
Wait, no, the Discman was the shit back in my day, and you had to like hold it steady as you walked, so it didn't oh man.
Okay. The entire office would burst into laughter simultaneously when they were up to mischief. Then Mark decided to retire. Brian decided to leave KLOS. Then we had nothing. Productivity dropped, and it seemed that the U.S. Postal Service was in a tailspin. Oh, there's your problem right there.
Yeah, right.
Okay. I did encourage numerous coworkers to follow my lead. Oh, I'm sorry. I missed a part here. So Postal Service in a tailspin. They left us. Which was kind of sad. Mark and Brian left. Yeah, okay. I did follow Brian to his podcast with Jill and listened every day. I did encourage numerous coworkers to follow my lead. The show was not the same, but it was good to hear a familiar voice that made me laugh. Then after a year and a half, Brian and Jill stopped. I then began to stare into the mirror for over just a year. I then heard the news that Mark was coming back to LA radio. My heart was filled with joy. For another year and a half, I was happy again, hearing a familiar voice that made me laugh. Then the sound decided to fire Mark. Now the two people that I listened to the most during my life are gone. Then, as I mentioned earlier, I discovered your podcast because of a Facebook post. As I saw the post, I was thinking, who the hell are these Nimrods think they are?
Well, you got that part right.
Yeah, right?
You can't replace Mark and Brian. So I had to listen just to see how bad this show must be.
Well, how bad is it?
Welcome.
Yeah.
I must say, while you guys are not Mark and Brian,
Hell no, we're not.
That's for sure.
you are truly keeping their spirit alive of what their show was about, having fun. I am now laughing again and encouraging my coworkers to once again follow my lead. The only thing I wish is that...
Cool.
Yeah, right? That's really sweet.
Yeah. The only thing I wish is that your show was done on a daily basis. Since I recently discovered your show, I am downloading it from your website. I just finished listening to Sean and Steve do the show by themselves.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, here it comes.
I must say, I now know why V and PJ are needed on the show.
Yes, he understands the show now.
Thank you.
I will be
That's
catching
awesome.
I will be catching up soon, and I look forward on listening to the live broadcast. All four of you, as Brian would say, are being good humans. Keep up the work. By the way, Styx tickets?
We're trying.
Again, that comes from listener Ed.
If you find any Styx tickets lost in the mail, please send them our way.
That was Ed?
Huh?
Ed? Is that
listener Ed, yeah.
Oh, thank you, listener Ed.
I thought that was so... I was trying to read that. I'm like going, okay, where's he going with this? You know? And that's very, very cool. So.
That's really nice. Can I frame that? Let me
Yeah,
keep that.
really.
That's wonderful.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hey,
Sean, it's V. Unfortunately, I can't come in today. Steven Spielberg called, and he really needs his caramel macchiato, so I have to go pick that up, as you know how important that is. So if you could just play the story of you falling down the stairs, I would greatly appreciate it. Okay, see you next week. Bye.
80% of Steve's jokes right there. Yeah.
And I laugh even though I don't get them.
Actually, we need something like this.
Oh, God.
Face?
Every time.
You said you're going to Utah soon, right, Steve? Yeah. You want to go there now?
I'll see you later.
Oh, God.
Does Steve have the giggles? Is this happening?
As I told you, I'm high on medication.
It is. It's steroids.
I'm not my usual cherub-like self.
Is it prednisone? Is that what you're on? Prednisone?
No, it's
blue pill.
It's it's an inhaler.
Is it
called?
red? Mine's red.
It's called.
That would be the albuterol.
I can't remember.
The
No, it's
purple
not
one?
albuterol. It's
Is it the purple one?
Penicillin?
No.
Advair?
No, it's.
Is it a circle or like an actual
I can't
L-looking thing? Oh boy.
It's an actual.
L. Well, some of them are circle.
It's called
I know.
Vicodin.
Yeah.
In sprayable form.
That's what I need right now. Vicodin, aspirin, codeine, anything, because I fell on the stairs last night.
Oh no.
You're not getting old or anything.
Did you lose your glasses or were you wearing
No.
your glasses?
Wait, did you like legit stumble all the way down?
Just about.
I'm so mad I didn't get to see that.
And she's crying right now.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Wait,
no.
You have to explain.
Well, Roman had a friend over.
Oh, that's even worse.
In front of the kids.
God damn it, Dad, get off the floor.
So
I've got company.
Oh, God.
Did you like Willy Wonka it and like get back up though? When you fell?
No, but I did cover it at the end though. I wish I could have. I didn't have enough room to do that though.
Please explain.
Because I would have ended up in the closet, you know.
Oh, God, what happened?
And then
So,
you would have
well-
had to come out. Yeah.
Exactly. Not that I haven't before. But no, I'm coming down the stairs and I missed the last. Jesus. I can't even get into the story. Wow.
I just visualized it. It's great.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you know what? She is gonna be fun taking her to a comedy club.
For sure.
We're gonna put her in the front row. We're all gonna sit in the back.
You should have comedians hire you.
They should.
Like,
because I laugh all the
and
time.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Should do it.
Imagine when Craig comes back.
He'll
Jesus.
just be like,
Craig's
just
gonna
won't
look
stop
at you. Yeah. So anyway, so I'm walking down the stairs, and Roman had a friend over. They're playing their Pokemon game card or whatever, and of course I look down into the living room, and I missed a step.
I'm trying to keep it together.
And I missed the last 3 steps. And I ended up in the doggy position on the bottom.
Oh, my God.
So.
oof.
Yeah, and so my ankle is kind of hurting a little bit, so it does hurt. So, but the thing is, I'm there. Roman kind of goes, "Dad, you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." Karen comes out and looks at me, and I'm like, "There's another crack here on the travertine and everything, and we got to sweep this up over here too." I'm just kind of checking it out and what have you. So,
Oh, my God.
yeah, so I kind of stayed there for a little while. And,
Oh, boy. Did you make any sound effects? Was it like, oh, shit, or like a...
Yeah, pretty much. I kind of did like, oh, crap.
Ah!
And what happened was that on the step, my heel is what actually just hit the edge of the step.
Oh.
So it twisted my ankle, and I heard like a little bit of a pop.
Oh, boy.
So, yeah, so that was about it. But it was funny as hell.
Oh, my God, it's so funny.
So, yeah, I can tell you're crying.
It's so funny. I love stories like that.
Yeah, because, comedy and tragedy. Comedy is when it happens to somebody
so
else.
funny.
So, yeah.
That's like, I say, like, if I get hurt, you better laugh. Like, like, don't make me getting hurt for no reason,
I'm doing this for you.
At least laugh at it and then
Yeah.
ask if I'm okay.
Yeah.
That's a problem I had working at Disney. Some kid would be doing something really stupid, and he'd get hurt, and I'd have to just bite my lip until I made sure it was okay before I started laughing like a loon.
I
That
laugh
was great.
so hard when people get hurt. I don't know
do
why.
too.
but
I love it.
So
It's
funny
comedy.
to me.
That's what it is.
Well, we had this one area that had a glass wall around it, and every once in a while, some toddler would turn and you'd hear it sound like a bowling ball hitting cement. I laughed my ass off. I couldn't help it. They're sitting there holding their head, going, Oh my God, it was great.
So that happened to me last night, though. But
that's so funny.
yeah, it was interesting. Well, we know what time it is right now, guys.
Yay!
Quiz me, quiz you.
Yes. A potpourri of questions, yeah.
A pastiche, if you will.
I like what you're doing with your hands there.
Oh, hello.
I didn't even know I was doing that.
It was like he was conducting a orchestra.
Wow. Now, guess what, guys?
What?
We actually have a caller.
Yay!
Oh, my.
Is it Barry?
Hello. Go ahead, caller.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you guys today?
Good. Who's this?
This is Karen.
Hey, Karen. How are you?
Karen.
I'm doing great. How are you guys? You sound great today.
Awesome.
Great. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for calling in. We really appreciate it. All right.
See, I was right there with you. I didn't know any of those songs. I was so impressed with how you did.
Thank you. I feel a little better now.
I would have
girls
been
are
like
sticking together.
dragging. Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
Cool. Well, Karen, have you heard us play the game before?
Yeah, but I'm still not very good at it.
Okay. All right. I know it's easier.
Join the club, girlfriend.
Oh, good. The girls will stick together today.
All righty. All right. So here you go. First 5 questions. I got the first 5. Steven's got the second 5. You get 3 right.
I don't have to ask any questions today, which means I won't mess up.
Yay!
I hope you guys flub. Just once.
Oh, listen to the support from our fellow host.
I like it. I know.
Just once.
I hope you guys go down.
All right. You ready, Karen?
Yes, I am.
Okay, here we go. Question number 1. In Greek mythology, who fell in love with his shadow? Wow, everybody's got trying to figure it out.
Steve.
Apollo. No. V. Nothing. Karen, you want to give a whack at it?
No, no.
Come on, Karen,
give us
give
a
a
hint.
whack.
I know. What a choice of words.
Give us a hint. Yeah, give us a hint. That's right. You guys need a hint.
This is a tough hint. I don't know what to. How do I? This is going to give it away.
Is it like epi?
No.
Fell in love with his shadow.
Yeah. Someone who who's in love with themselves all the time. They're very not vain, but they're more. Think of like vain on steroids.
Conceited.
Conceited. Yeah.
You want to give it to you because this is a little bit of a tough one.
Okay.
Narcissus.
Okay.
Oh.
Was that the god's name?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
In Greek mythology, who fell in love with his shadow? Narcissus.
Well,
so
that
narcissistic.
suits it right there.
Could have. I mean, should have been Peter Pan, but you know, Pan loved his shadow, right?
Well, he was chasing his shadow. Yeah.
I think it was Wendy fell in love with the shadow.
All right. Question number 2.
So nobody got a point on that one.
No.
Good. That means we're all even still.
We're all idiots. All right.
0, 0, 0, 0, 0.
What was the first toy advertised on TV?
Steve. Slinky.
No.
Oh, God, that was a good one.
Karen, tops. Like a spinning top.
No.
V, a jump rope.
No.
Steve. Hula hoop.
No. Not a hula hoop. Karen, you want to take another whack?
No.
All right, I'll give you guys a hint.
Okay.
You eat them with a burger. That's your clue. Follow the clue.
Chips. Fries.
V's on. Follow the clue.
Fries.
What are fries made out of?
Potatoes. A V, punching bag.
Karen.
Karen.
Steve.
Mr. Potato Head.
Mr. Potato Head. Yes.
That's a point for Karen.
There
right
you go,
Yeah, there
Karen.
you
Way to go.
Yay!
All right, question number 3. What did little Jack Horner pull out of his Christmas
Steve.
pie?
Karen.
Steve.
Plum.
A plum, yes.
Aww.
There you go.
And said, what a good boy am I.
Ooh. Alrighty. Question number 4. What were the first words Edison spoke into the phonograph he had just invented?
Karen.
Karen?
Can you hear me?
Steve.
No, that was good. Steve?
I need you.
No.
V.
V?
Does this thing work? These are all logical things somebody would say.
Yeah.
But it's Edison. What
It's
would
Edison.
say?
Yeah.
V.
V?
I'm a genius.
No? You guys want a hint?
Yes.
Okay. It's a famous nursery rhyme.
V.
V.
Twinkle, twinkle.
No? Karen, you want to try it?
No. No, I can't. I mean, you can say Humpty Dumpty, but I don't know.
Steve?
Mary had a little lamb.
Yes.
Oh.
There you go.
God, I couldn't think of it.
You really pulled that one out of your
Yeah.
ass, Steve.
All right.
Got a lot of room in there.
Question number 5. Whoop, wrong thing there. Here, hold on. There we go. What is the name of Dudley Do-Right's horse?
P.V. BoJack Horseman.
No.
I'm never gonna get this, so I thought I'd shoot.
Steve?
I can't remember.
Really? Karen?
No, I have no idea.
Randy.
No.
Bob.
All right. You guys want a clue?
Yes.
Okay. What is the name of Dudley Do-Right's horse?
Harold.
Steve. Steve?
Horse.
Horse, yeah.
Oh.
There was something crazy.
Well, that was kind of in my first answer. It said BoJack Horseman.
Steve is gonna.
All right.
Steve,
Karen.
John's gonna just whip our butts now.
I
know how good he is.
All right. Well, Karen, thank you so much for calling in. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Absolutely. You have a good one. We'll look and call back soon, okay?
Got one.
Yeah,
Okay.
Karen got one.
Yay!
Karen got one. All right. Talk to you soon,
Thank
Karen.
you.
Take care.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
What do I get? I better get a damn prize.
You get to come back.
Oh, gee.
Hey, we may
gotta pull
move
something from
to
the
the
medicine
kids'
cabinet.
bedroom. It's a little bigger.
There you go. That's
Here, you can have my pen.
we have the.
Seriously, I don't get a
What's in the
prize?
medicine
No, we do.
cabinet?
We do.
Yeah, we
No,
do.
we got something for him. For the medicine cabinet.
By the way, they're ad-libbing. Yeah.
You're not reading this off of paper.
We got this guitar pick over here.
You want an autograph picture?
Here you go. I'll check your guitar pick. I used this at the Coach House in '79.
It was 84.
I wrote my rent check with that pen just like a couple weeks ago.
This has value.
All right.
Now, it would have value if you wrote my rent check.
All right. Question number 6.
Oh, there's more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was over. I was all relieved.
You got to start again.
All right. Which American newspaper first exposed the Watergate scandal?
Shoot.
Craig?
Washington Post.
Yes, that's correct.
Hey.
I couldn't say my name.
It's Steve.
Yeah, Steve.
All right. Question number 7. Which Jewish festival is known as the Festival of Lights?
Steve.
Steve?
Rosh Hashanah.
No.
Damn it. Well, thank you for that.
I have no idea.
I should know this. We had satyrs and everything in my house.
Call your mom.
My mom married
Call your
3
mom.
Jews. You would think I would know this stuff.
Call your mom.
How many Jewish holidays are there, Craig?
All right. Shoe, Passover.
No.
Oh.
I think I know what it is.
Shoe,
Steve.
Well,
Go ahead.
Craig went for
Yom Kippur.
No. Steve?
Hanukkah.
Hanukkah. it is.
Oh, what am I talking about? You light the candles. That's
Light the
lights.
candles.
Oh my
Festival of
God.
Lights.
Festival of
You know
Lights.
what? Can we delete that part of the podcast?
We'll edit it.
For
Oh,
me
we're
being that dumb.
Yeah, right.
We're going to put that on our webpage.
Oh, that's a punishment. Take your pen back.
I think we just lost our 7 listeners.
At least the Jewish ones.
All right.
Well, I know V's mom and grandma are going to listen no matter what. So.
Yeah, right. We got 2.
Yeah, question number 8. Mozzarella cheese is I didn't know this. Mozzarella cheese is made from the milk of which animal?
Steve.
Steve?
Goat.
No.
PJ.
PJ.
Sheep.
No. Craig?
Shoot. Lamb.
No.
Turkey.
You guys want a hint?
Yes.
Tatanka.
Shoe. Buffalo.
Great. Yes, buffalo.
Oh.
Buffalo mozzarella. I love that stuff. But I didn't know it was all made from that.
Yeah, neither did I. I was ready to
So why is buffalo mozzarella? Why do they separate it out? It's all
Exactly.
mozzarella, you
Weird.
bastard.
How funny.
All right, go ahead.
All right, question number 9. What is the study of fossils?
PJ. Paleontology.
Yes. Ooh,
Can
girl.
I delete that one too? I don't want her
Girl
sounding
gets
smarter
one.
than me.
The science question, if you
The
will.
science, yes.
I come in with the oxytocin, paleontology.
And paleontology.
Oh, this actually goes in with what tomorrow is.
Okay.
All right. Question number 10.
Jesus.
Rabbit. Bunny.
Okay.
According to the Bible,
Oh,
who
no.
is the first person to see Jesus after his resurrection?
Shoot. Lazarus?
No, he's the one that raised him. Jesus raised
So I
Lazarus.
wasn't that far off. We don't have to delete that.
No.
That's not bad then.
No.
The first one
It's
was
within a few weeks.
no.
You know?
Was it a Dane? Steve.
Yes.
Yeah, it was one.
Yeah. Steve?
Brian.
Life of Brian.
Oh, my God, dude. Really?
What's in it?
No. Now we just got to come up with biblical women's names. Ruth, Isabel.
Mary.
Really?
Mary.
It was
PJ.
Mary.
Mary who?
I don't
Mary-
know. I can tell your last
Mary
name. I didn't
Magdalene?
know her.
Mary Magdalene.
Mary
yeah.
Magdalene.
All right, we
There
all
we
got
go.
that one. Yes.
Long road
I wonder how everybody knows that, you know.
Well, it's a good thing these people hired me as their new intern. What would they do without me now? Thank you for listening to Your Weekly Doses Past Moments. Everyone will be back next week. Remember, you can listen to all our past shows by going to the show's website, yourweeklydose.com, and downloading each episode. The show's Facebook page, Your Weekly Dose. Twitter page, @YourWeeklyDose1. Sean's Facebook and Twitter, @SR House Concerts. Steve's Twitter, @SilvaLining69. V's Twitter, @___, it's V. VEE. Jamie's Twitter, @JamieIsTalent. Hey, I'm in the studio. No one else is here. I can say whatever I want. Hi everyone, it's Michelle. I'm your new host. Today's weather will get into the highs of the mid-70s. It's going to be absolutely lovely. I hope everyone's got their fireworks and is ready for 4th of July. I know I got some sparklers and, what are those other ones that I really like? You throw them on the ground and they make loud popping noises. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot of those. I hope my cats don't get too scared. Does anyone else have pets that get scared during 4th of July? I know all of mine have. What are your thoughts on keeping them calm? Why don't you give me a call and let me know what you do with your pets on this 4th of July weekend to make it fun and enjoyable for everyone. You know, lots of people talk about what they do with their kids on 4th of July weekend. I don't have any of those. Nobody cares about kids. Call in and let me know about your pets.
If it really hurts, oh yeah, if you don't give us our freedom now, you're gonna see some fireworks. And on the 4th of July they signed it, and 56 names underlined it. And now to honor those first 13 states, we turn the sky into a birthday cake. They got it done. The Declaration, the Declaration of Independence. In 1776, Continental Congress said that we were free. Said we had the right of life and liberty and the pursuit of happiness.
We hold these truths to be self-evident.
That all men are created equal.
That they are endowed by their Creator
With certain unalienable rights.
That among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
And if there's one thing that makes me happy, then you know that it's there's gonna be fireworks.